Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Hello and welcome to the July installment of Smash That Small Paper Pad collab with Deb Houck. And don't forget to check out all of the other ladies who are participating in the collab. I do have all of their links listed below, so you can easily find them. And again, I have been working on smashing some different paper pads. And here are the 3 pads that I finally smashed. I've been working on these for the last couple of months and I finally finished them up. Again, I was working with Lost and Found My Mind's Eye Union Square paper pad, the Kaiser Craft Botanica paper pad, and then also the Beautiful paper pad by Kaiser Craft. So the first item I wanted to show you guys is this 6x6 card that I created. And let's see, I do have a happy birthday die in the inside, so I'm going to use it as a birthday card. And again, I just layered up some of the papers. I did a little die cutting, some flowers, and some little flat back gems that I had. And I really love how that one turned out. And then I also created one other 6x6 card. And I don't know if it's showing up very well, but this is a trumpet player right here in the middle. And again, I layered it up on several pieces of paper and cardstock. I added the word "just a note" and then some more little gems on the side. And then this one I'm also going to be using as a birthday card, so it says happy birthday on the inside. And again, I used one of my paper scraps, or 2 paper scraps, just to use them up for the little die cut there. So the next item I wanted to share with you guys that I used up a lot of my paper scraps. I had a lot of paper scraps left over from that My Mind's Eye paper pad. And I found this in my stash when I was cleaning. It's a Kaiser Craft Memo Block. And it was one of those projects that you had to assemble yourself. It was all little wood chipboard pieces. And so I did go ahead and paint this black. And then I added a lot of the different paper scraps that I had left over from that paper pad. And this did come with the little paper pad in here. And so I did end up decorating the inside too with a couple layers of the paper. And so I will be able to give this out as a gift to somebody. So the next item I wanted to share with you guys are a whole bunch of items I made for either junk journals, or else I can also use them in Happy Mail when I send out Happy Mail. And they are these little pockets or envelopes. And I have the craft and the white ones. And I purchased these at Walmart in the wedding craft section. And they're usually under $1 for a whole package. And so they make quick and easy projects to do. And so I decorated quite a few of these. And what I ended up doing is in the backgrounds of all these, you can see I used the paper pad. So this one had some spotted paper on it. And then I went ahead and went through my stash and just added anything that I had. So I had trims. This one I used a couple of little pearls here in the middle. Some sentiments, some photos I had, trim. Just kind of whatever I had laying around in my stash. Just trying to use up bits and pieces. Stuff I've gotten in Happy Mail. I know I got this cute little ribbon bow thing in a piece of Happy Mail. Same with this little flower. I got that in Happy Mail. But sometimes it's good just to kind of clean up the little bits and pieces that you have laying around in your craft room. And so that's what I did here. I really loved how a lot of these ones turned out. So if I do any vintage journals, I definitely have some different vintage stuff I can do. Down the road, I really want to do a boho themed one. So this one I thought would actually work for kind of that style of journal. And then I had a couple blank ones in there. This one I didn't decorate. It just says Journey on it. That was just part of the paper. I have some empty ones. That one was kind of a fall themed one. Another fall themed one. Felt good though to use up lots of my little bits and pieces and scraps. Here's a Paris themed one. And then the last one, this one too might work for a boho themed one too, with the bright orange in that one. Then the next set of items that I used is I had a whole bunch of these little tiny bags, and I think I got these in a swap that I did with Kelly Charters, I think is her name. I don't remember what her YouTube channel is, but she gave me a whole bunch of these bags, and so I decorated them, and I've done these before in the past, and they make fun happy mail, but again, you can glue them down to a page in your junk journal and use them as a pocket, and then of course up here as a pocket also. And so some of these I put in the little cut aparts that were in the paper pads. I added them into the pockets right here. And then I also decorated with some different digital pieces that I had, some digital papers from like Tracy Fox Designs, and there's probably some Tsunami Rose and Ephemera's Vintage Garden, Artie Mays. And again, I just put paper on the fronts and the back sides and decorated them. And then this one I left blank because you can always add a little sentiment there. This one, again, there's pockets. This one I didn't add anything to it yet. And then on some of the papers I did stamp, just kind of some random stuff. Just an empty bag. Here's a Parisian themed one. This one I stuck a couple things in. And this one I decorated the back, and I added a little pocket back here too on that one. And then the final things I wanted to show you guys, so there was a couple more neutral papers left in one of those paper pads, and what I ended up doing is just stamping some random stamps that I have that I use quite a bit in junk journals. This stamp right here was a new one for me that I picked up in February when my husband and I were on a trip, and I just wanted to use it and see how it looked. But I plan on cutting them out and then adding coffee dyed or tea dyed paper to the backs of them and using them as journal cards in junk journals. And so that was my plan. I just didn't get to that before I started filming, so I just wanted to show you guys that that's how I'm using the last two sheets. And then of course I had some scraps left over, so this one I made a little pocket. There's some tags. I have some hearts in here, some banner pieces. Just again, some random stuff I can add to my junk journal pile. So when I'm looking for little things for my junk journals, I already have stuff die cut and ready to go. And then I did have quite a few cut aparts. And on some of these cut aparts, I'm going to go back and add them into the pockets on here. And otherwise, they'll just go in with my junk journal stuff. I'm not really concerned about that. So for all intensive purposes, I think I have smashed those paper pads. And then finally, I wanted to show you guys the next paper pads that I'm going to tackle between now and the rest of the year. I just grabbed a whole bunch. And so I'll just be working in all of them. First of all, I had a couple that I picked out just because they were pretty close to being empty, or there wasn't a lot left, and this was one of them. This one was a Bo Bunny. It's called Country Garden Collection. Originally there was 36 pages, but I've used most of it, and so there's just a few pieces left. And so I thought, since it's still kind of summer, that I would try and make maybe a few birthday cards or something with what was left in this paper pad. And I also picked out this paper pad. It kind of has maybe some fall colors to it. This one's bigger than 6 by 6. I don't know if this one, it's 6 by 8, and there's 36 sheets. I have not used anything in here, but I do have some die cut pieces that match this. I picked this up at Tuesday morning, and there's some cut aparts in here, but some really pretty papers, and so I figured I could do something with that paper pad. And then everything else is Christmas paper pads. And some of these I have used quite a bit of the sheets of paper in them, and some of them are brand new. So these 3 paper pads, I've used a lot of what's in there. And so this one's more of a shabby chic Silver Bells ones from Kaiser Craft. This was one of my absolute favorite Christmas shabby chic paper pads. And I also had it in a larger size, 12 by 12. And so you can see I've used a lot of it. But I'm going to see if I can try and smash the rest of it and use it up. So I have that one. And then these two are exactly the same. They're both Kaiser Craft. This one's called St. Nicholas, and there's not a lot of paper left. In here there's some cut aparts and a couple of random sheets. So again, I'm going to try to use that one up. Exact same thing on that one, just a few random sheets left. And then I picked these other Christmas pads out because I think they coordinate nicely. All the colors coordinate together nicely, so I'll be able to mix and match. And so I also picked out this Authentique one. This one's called Wonder. There's 36 sheets in it. I also picked out this one. It's called 25 Days of Christmas from Simple Stories. And it looks like I have used this one, so there might be a couple sheets missing from that one. I also have this Cartabella. This one's called Christmas Day. I don't think I've used anything from this one. And then the other one is Twig and Berry from Kaiser Craft, and I might have used 1 or 2 sheets from this one. I might not use this paper pad, I don't know, because it says December 2012, or I might just use part of it as a background sheet or something. But again, just some nice vintage looking papers. And so I am deciding to take out all these Christmas pads because I think I'm going to get a jump start on Christmas. And so those are the ones I picked out, and then to try and finish this one up and then do something with that one. So those are my next paper pads between now and the end of the year for this collab. So I just want to thank everybody so much for watching. I hope you guys are all well and safe, and again, have a wonderful day and happy crafting.